Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, November the 4th market update. Of course, we had an awesome day in the market today thanks to the dollar being down and QE2, and we might even get the Bush tax cuts extended for a period of time for everyone. So everyone seems to be happy, at least with the market for now. So again, the dollar was down. Gold, silver, copper, oil were all up. Light sweet crude futures were up $1.80 to settle at $86.49 a barrel. So looking at the dollar ETF first, we did break this weekly trend line by a little bit, and we're still in this channel down in the dollar that we've been in. This is on the weekly chart. So we touched and touched. We had bounced originally, but now we've broken down through it. Dollar is super oversold, but seems to continue to go lower. Now we've touched this trend line here on this channel down here, and we're right at it now. And we actually it didn't close at its lows. So, but there's definitely a high volume on the sell side for the dollar. Over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure chart. So we had already broken out of this triple top breakout. We have a bullish price objective now for oil at $99 a barrel. Not looking forward to the gas prices at the pump, but I guess if it helps the economy and people get jobs, I mean, it works. So gas is probably going to get real expensive when we get anywhere near that $100 barrel mark here anytime soon. Let's go take a look at the indices. Dow, huge breakout. Of course, we closed up 219 points at 11,434. We almost closed at the highs. Very, very impressive. If you go back and look here, we took out these highs already. Big breakout higher, looking good here. And if you look at the weekly, which somewhere around here, so definitely, and of course we do have some resistance probably up somewhere in this area here, but so far so good. We'll worry about that when we get there. Over to the S&P. S&P closed up 23 points, 1,221. We finally have taken out the April highs by just a little bit. The April high was 1,217. We got to 1,221 today and pretty much closed on the high. So we finally got back to the April highs on the S&P. And then the NASDAQ, which was actually the weakest today, it's already been, it already took out the April highs, went flying higher. So it's looking really strong, but it was actually the weakest today, being up only 1.46%. And then the Russell was the strongest. As you can see, we're probably going to have some resistance up here on the Russell as we get closer to the 740 area. But the Russell was up 18 points, up 2.56%. Huge move in the Russell. Let's take a look at gold, GLD, breaking higher after shaking everybody out on this selling, and people got short and all kinds of stuff. Silver looking great, going higher. Copper looking good, going higher. The FXE, the Euro ETF, lots of buying there. Didn't close as highs, but still looking pretty good. We did have, well, let's look at the VIX real quick. Volatility index, there isn't any, so it's down. It was down 5.32%, so it's down here to a prior support area. Look at the XHB. We did break out on home builders, so you might want to go look for some home builders. I'm going to mention a couple of them here when I go through the charts. So nice breakout there. Been watching for that. XLF also breaking out, lots of volume. Some of the financials, and definitely some good financials out there as well. I don't know about how good they are, but hey, they're breaking out. The chart looks good. That's all I care about. So that's looking pretty good. And of course the semis, which we'd already been talking about. I mean, breaking much higher. The SMH. You can look at the SOX or whatever. Let's go take a look at the McClellan oscillator. We're going to look at the NYSE McClellan. All right, so you're only at 36. We need to be much higher to be overbought, so we're not even overbought. Take a look at the sectors. So 15 of the 16 sectors we follow finish in the green today. The gold index, huge move up, 5.23%. Was the strongest, and of course the weakest biotech. It was down only 0.59%. Over over to the chart watch. I tried to find a kind of a mixture, as I usually do, try to find some new ones. First, I want to cover some that actually are still holding up well. Just keep your eye on them. Just because the stock doesn't rally on a rally, when we have a huge rally, I mean, sometimes it's just still digesting some gains. So I still think you should keep an eye on this one. Same with Baidu. I think you should keep an eye on it as well. Sohu, just very light. There's no selling here. Just nice consolidation going sideways, just taking some rest after that, digesting that huge pop on the earnings. And Amazon. Amazon started to go up today, but then it kind of pulled back, so I still think it's worth keeping an eye on. So it's still basically stuck in that little channel. And then same with Netflix. It's just again resting. I'm not seeing a lot of selling here after all the buying here on the earnings. It's still worth keeping on. Akamai did hit a little resistance here from this trend line. If you touch here and here, a little resistance there, but it still looks good. So just again, should keep your eye on it. It's worth watching. EIG, this employer holders. This was a nice breakout here, and then it did pull back, but tons of volume. So I would expect this to go ahead and if you it's been building out, consolidating here for the most part in this range here for quite a while. So definitely worth keeping your eye on. FICO breaking out of this triangle day with lots of volume post earnings. Goldcorp out of this triangle. Actually, that has a little head, shoulder, little inverted head and shoulders bottom on Goldcorp. So that one's looking real good. I was trying to find one that hadn't already shot to the moon and has a decent entry on it. IAG, another one breaking out. It's got earnings tomorrow, so be aware of that. So be careful on that one. BOC, whoops, what is it? Oh, it's IBOC, I think. Yes, international bank shares, big breakout here. It's built a nice base underneath it, and of course, quite a move here post earnings. I think it's a bank worth looking at. And the PNC, I've mentioned this before. It's one of them we're in. Nice breakout here on PMC today. Let's see, PXD. Like this cup and handle on this Pioneer Natural Resources. Looks real good here and just broke out higher today. Energy stock SFY breaking out on earnings. Another one that looks like it's could have bottomed here. It's built this nice rounded bottom, so it's consolidated for quite a while before it broke out. So I really like that one as well. Noble Energy, another one we're in, breaking out higher today. RRC, another one that we're in as well, and I like it here. It didn't break out yet, but I mean it's working on it. No sell volume here, just a little slow. Barnes Group breaking out, another one that looks good. MTN, like this one, breaking higher. I think I have this in one of my accounts. FWLT, huge move on earnings here, up 5.77%. Keep an eye on this. Like it if you're not in it. Wait till it breaks out above that 26 with some volume. Home Builder MTH kind of ran into resistance, but I like this. Nice rounded bottom and kind of a little deep for a handle, but it's kind of a handle on it. I'd call it cup and handle. So I like that one for a Home Builder. DHI. DR Horton, huge breakouts. Got our earnings November the 12th, but probably should have some higher prices. Might rest first. FOR, I like this one as well. Earnings broke out higher. It needs to get over this 19, but a nice break out where it's it's touched. It's been rejected here, so nice breakout for it. Jacobs Engineering, earnings on the 16th, so it hadn't come up yet. It's ran into the resistance of the trend line, so over today's high with some more volume. Jump in if you're not in it. Joy Global breaking higher. BUCY breaking out above the downtrend line today. Very strong, a huge move today. Walter Energy breaking higher. Definitely it's going to get back. It's going to get to 97.50, but it's gotten this high. Eventually it's going to get to 100. You can pretty much count on it. Coal, I like this Buddha coal, but I mean there's just nowhere to buy it right here. I mean it broke out higher over 10. I guess you could buy it here. It's going to have some resistance at 11. I'd like for it to either consolidate or a flag or something, but it looks really good. I like this one a little better right now. PCX Patriot Coal, because it's just now breaking out higher, so better entry, lower risk. X still continuing to look good and going higher, and then Nucor. Nucor, I would probably wait till it breaks out above this. It's like 40, 50 or so with some nice volume, and try to catch the breakout there. You might want to keep that, set it alert or something like that. All right, and then on deck for tomorrow, we'll get the employment situation report, which the non-farm payrolls consensus is 60,000, and unemployment rate consensus is 9.6%, and also pending home sales at 12:30, and all these are Eastern time. So that is it for today. Thanks for watching.